This is the secret billionaire life of Ivanka Trump that no one is noticing. Ivanka Trump has lived a very secretive life. From her early days as a real estate heiress to her role as a senior advisor, she has always managed to stay in the spotlight while keeping many aspects of her life under wraps. But that hasn't kept her away from controversies either. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the secret life of the former first daughter and reveal things you never knew about her. Firstly, her real name isn't Ivanka. Ivanka's full name is Ivana Marie Trump. She was named after her mother, Ivana Trump, who was Donald Trump's first wife. The name Ivanka is a diminutive form of Ivana, commonly used as a nickname in Slavic cultures. Although this is a lesser-known fact, Ivanka herself has embraced it, using the nickname as her public identity. Ivanka was born into luxury, but her childhood wasn't as perfect as it seemed. Ivanka was born on October 30th, 1981, in Manhattan, New York City, to parents who were already incredibly wealthy. Her childhood was spent in the opulent Trump Tower, surrounded by the trappings of extreme wealth. But despite the golden surroundings, her early years were far from picture perfect. Her parents' tumultuous marriage, filled with public scandals and eventual divorce, shaped much of her early life. Ivanka has often spoken about how challenging it was to grow up in the shadow of her parents' very public separation. Her mother, Ivana, once revealed that young Ivanka would cry herself to sleep during the divorce proceedings, a stark contrast to the poised, controlled woman we see today. But Ivanka has always been a fighter. Much like her father, Ivanka has shown resilience from a young age. Despite the challenges of her parents' divorce and the public attention that came with it, she managed to carve out her own identity. By the time she was a teenager, she was already modeling for major fashion brands, proving that she could hold her own in the public eye. Ivanka attended the prestigious Chapin School in New York City before transferring to Choate Rosemary Hall, a boarding school in Connecticut, where she began to distance herself from the Trump name, at least in terms of expectations. She was determined to build her own path, even if it meant stepping out of her father's enormous shadow. Ivanka's education was as luxurious as her lifestyle. After finishing at Choate, Ivanka attended Georgetown University for 2 years before transferring to the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania, her father's alma mater. She graduated summa cum laude with a degree in economics in 2004. But while her education was undoubtedly elite, Ivanka has always emphasized the importance of hard work. She has often said that her parents, particularly her mother, instilled in her a strong work ethic. Even though she was born into wealth, Ivanka was expected to earn her success and prove herself in a world that was quick to judge her based on her last name. Her career started in the world of real estate, but she didn't stop there. Ivanka's entry into the real estate world was almost inevitable. After all, she was a Trump. She started working for Forest City Enterprises, a major real estate development company, before joining the Trump Organization, where she became an executive vice president of development and acquisitions. In this role, she managed some of the company's most high-profile projects, including Trump National Doral and the Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C. But Ivanka wasn't content with just being a part of the family business. She ventured into fashion, launching her own line of clothing, shoes, and accessories in 2007. Her brand was aimed at professional women, and it quickly gained popularity, proving that Ivanka had an eye for what modern women wanted. However, the brand was eventually shut down in 2018 due to political controversies and her new role in the White House. Ivanka's role in the Trump administration was one of her most controversial yet. In 2017, Ivanka officially joined her father's administration as an unpaid advisor, a move that sparked widespread debate. Critics questioned her qualifications, while supporters praised her for stepping up to support her father. In the White House, Ivanka focused on issues related to women's empowerment, workforce development, and paid family leave. However, her role was not without controversy. Many saw her as a symbol of nepotism, and she was often criticized for the ethical concerns surrounding her involvement in both government and her private business interests. Despite the backlash, Ivanka remained a central figure in the administration, often accompanying her father to international summits and high-profile meetings. She was even dubbed the first daughter by the media, a title that highlighted her unique position in both the family and the government. But Ivanka's life isn't just about politics and business. Behind the public persona, Ivanka is a dedicated mother and wife. She married Jared Kushner, a real estate developer and publisher, in 2009. The couple has 3 children, Arabella, Joseph, and Theodore. Despite their busy schedules, both Ivanka and Jared have often spoken about how they prioritize family time and try to keep their children grounded despite their extraordinary circumstances. Ivanka's conversion to Judaism was a significant moment in her life. Before marrying Jared, Ivanka converted to Judaism, taking on the name Yael. The decision to convert was not taken lightly, and Ivanka has spoken about how meaningful the process was for her. She and Jared observe the Jewish Sabbath, which means they disconnect from work and technology from Friday evening to Saturday night to spend time with their family. This aspect of her life is something that she rarely discusses in public, but it is a significant part of who she is. Her lifestyle is the epitome of luxury, but she's surprisingly private about it. Ivanka's life is filled with the kind of luxury that most people can only dream of. From her stunning apartments in New York City to the sprawling properties she and Jared own across the country, there's no doubt that she lives an incredibly privileged life. One of her most notable properties is a $25 million mansion in Indian Creek, Florida, often referred to as the Billionaire Bunker. This ultra-exclusive enclave is home to some of the wealthiest people in the world, and it's where Ivanka and Jared moved after leaving Washington, D.C. The mansion boasts breathtaking ocean views, a private dock, and access to a golf course. Despite this, Ivanka and Jared have maintained a relatively low profile since moving to Florida. They've been spotted occasionally at local events, but for the most part, they've stayed out of the public eye, focusing on their family and business ventures. Ivanka's wealth extends beyond just real estate. In addition to her real estate ventures, Ivanka has a diverse portfolio of investments. She's involved in various business ventures, including a stake in her father's company and investments in technology startups. It's estimated that Ivanka and Jared's combined net worth is over $800 million, making them one of the wealthiest couples in the country. But wealth hasn't shielded Ivanka from criticism. She's often been accused of using her position to further her business interests, and her brand was the subject of numerous boycotts during her time in the White House. Despite these challenges, Ivanka has managed to maintain her influence and continue building her empire. Her influence reaches far beyond the United States. Ivanka has also made a name for herself on the international stage. She's been a prominent figure at events like the World Economic Forum in Davos, where she's spoken on issues ranging from economic development to gender equality.
Now we are in a much more nimble time where we can leverage technology. We can harness big data to better match the employer and the vacant job with the qualified applicant.
Her global influence was further cemented during her time in the White House when she represented the United States at various international summits. But Ivanka's public life comes with a cost. Being in the spotlight hasn't been easy for Ivanka. She's faced intense media scrutiny, not just for her role in her father's administration, but also for her personal life. Every move she makes is analyzed and critiqued, from her fashion choices to her parenting style. Despite this, Ivanka has remained composed and focused, rarely letting the criticism affect her public persona. Ivanka's relationship with her father is as complex as it is close. Ivanka has always been close to her father, Donald Trump. She's often described as his favorite child, and their bond has been evident throughout her life, from working alongside him in the Trump Organization to supporting him during his presidential campaigns. Ivanka has consistently been by his side, but their relationship relationship isn't without its oddities and complexities. Trump has made some eyebrow-raising comments about his daughter over the years, remarks that have sparked more than a few controversies. For instance, Trump has been quoted saying that if Ivanka weren't his daughter, he'd probably be dating her.
I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Comments like these have fueled a lot of speculation and unease, as they blur the lines between fatherly pride and something more unsettling. Navigating these waters hasn't been easy for Ivanka. While she's often had to manage her public image carefully, these remarks have added a layer of discomfort to her relationship with her father. Ivanka has had to balance her deep loyalty to him with the need to establish her own identity, a challenge that became especially pronounced during her time in the White House. As a senior advisor, she had to walk the tightrope between being a devoted daughter, a high-powered businesswoman, and a public figure under constant scrutiny. Ivanka's future remains a subject of speculation. Since leaving the White House, Ivanka has kept a relatively low profile, but that hasn't stopped speculation about her future. Some believe she's positioning herself for a political career, while others think she's focusing on expanding her business empire and staying out of the political limelight. However, given her high-profile connections and influential background, it's clear that Ivanka's future will be anything but ordinary. There are rumors that she may return to public service, perhaps even run for office herself. Ivanka has dismissed such speculation, stating that her focus remains on her family and business ventures. Yet, her name often comes up in discussions about the future of the Trump political dynasty, especially as her father continues to hold significant sway within the Republican Party. Ivanka's philanthropic efforts are often overlooked. While much of the public's attention has been on her business and political activities, Ivanka has also been deeply involved in philanthropy. She's supported a range of causes, from women's empowerment to education and healthcare. One of her most notable initiatives was the Women's Global Development and Prosperity Initiative, WGDP, launched during her time in the White House. The program aimed to empower women worldwide by providing them with the skills and resources needed to succeed in the global economy. Ivanka has often spoken about her passion for women's issues, and WGDP was a key part of her work in the administration. In addition to her work in government, Ivanka has been involved in various charitable organizations. She's served on the board of trustees for the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum and has supported numerous Jewish charities. Despite the controversies surrounding her, Ivanka's philanthropic efforts reflect her commitment to making a positive impact in the world. Ivanka's relationship with her siblings is close but competitive. Growing up in the Trump family meant that competition was always part of the equation. Ivanka has often spoken about the close bond she shares with her brothers, Donald Jr. and Eric, but there's no denying that a certain level of rivalry exists. This competitive spirit was evident during their time working together at the Trump Organization, where each sibling had to prove their worth to their father. Yet, despite this rivalry, Ivanka has always been supportive of her brothers and their respective careers. She's often been seen alongside them at family events, and they've all spoken about the importance of family unity. Ivanka's relationship with her younger sister Tiffany is also close, although Tiffany's lower profile has kept her out of the spotlight compared to her older siblings. Ivanka's style is more than just fashion, it's a brand. Ivanka has been a style icon for many women, and her fashion choices have often made headlines. From her days as a model to her time in the White House, Ivanka's style has evolved, but it has always remained polished and sophisticated. Her preference for tailored dresses, classic silhouettes, and neutral tones has set her apart as a fashion-forward yet understated figure. Ivanka's fashion brand, which she launched in 2007, was an extension of her personal style. The brand offered affordable luxury items, and it quickly gained a following among professional women who admired Ivanka's aesthetic. Although the brand was discontinued in 2018, its influence on Ivanka's public image remains significant. Her marriage to Jared Kushner is a powerful partnership. Ivanka and Jared Kushner are often described as a power couple, and for good reason. Together, they have built an empire that spans real estate, technology, and politics. Their marriage is not just a romantic relationship, but a strategic partnership that has allowed both of them to thrive in their respective careers. Jared, like Ivanka, comes from a wealthy real estate family, and their shared background has been a key factor in their success. The couple has often worked together on business ventures, and their combined net worth is a testament to their ability to navigate the worlds of finance and politics. Despite the challenges they've faced, particularly during their time in Washington, D.C., Ivanka and Jared have remained a united front, supporting each other through thick and thin. Ivanka's post-White House life is quieter, but she's far from finished. Since leaving Washington, Ivanka has largely stepped out of the public eye, focusing on her family and private ventures. She and Jared have settled into their new life in Florida, where they've been raising their children away from the media spotlight. However, those close to Ivanka say that she's not done making an impact. There are whispers that Ivanka is laying the groundwork for her next big move, whether in business, philanthropy, or even a return to politics. While she has remained tight-lipped about her future plans, one thing is clear: Ivanka Trump is not a figure who fades into the background. Her influence, both in the United States and globally, is likely to continue for years to come. And so, Ivanka Trump's secret billionaire life remains a fascinating blend of luxury, ambition, and controversy. Ivanka's life is a testament to the complexities of being born into wealth and power. She's navigated the challenges of her upbringing, carved out her own identity, and built an empire that extends beyond her father's name. Yet, despite her success, Ivanka remains a polarizing figure, admired by some and criticized by others. Ivanka's influence on social media remains strong. Even after stepping away from the political arena, Ivanka has maintained a significant presence on social media. With millions of followers across platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, Ivanka continues to wield considerable influence. Her posts often highlight her family life, philanthropic efforts, and occasional business ventures, but they're carefully curated to maintain her polished image. Despite the controversies that have surrounded her, Ivanka's social media presence has allowed her to connect with a global audience, further cementing her status as a modern-day influencer. Whether she's sharing photos from a family vacation, promoting a cause close to her heart, or offering a glimpse into her luxurious lifestyle, Ivanka's social media accounts provide a window into her world, albeit a highly controlled one. Her network of powerful connections spans the globe. One of the most intriguing aspects of Ivanka Trump's life is the network of influential individuals she's connected with. From business magnates to world leaders, Ivanka has built relationships with some of the most powerful people on the planet. Her time in the White House, where she served as an advisor to her father, allowed her to forge ties with leaders from countries around the world. These connections have not only benefited her business ventures, but also positioned her as a key player on the global stage. Whether it's through her work with the World Bank, her involvement in various international initiatives, or her high-profile friendships, Ivanka's network is a testament to her ability to navigate complex power dynamics. The Trump brand's legacy is intertwined with Ivanka's future. Ivanka's role in the Trump organization has always been significant, but as the next generation of Trump looks to the future, her influence on the brand's legacy is more important than ever. While the Trump name has been both a blessing and a curse, Ivanka has worked to ensure that the family's business interests remain strong. With her brothers taking a more hands-on approach to the day-to-day operations of the Trump organization, Ivanka has shifted her focus to strategic oversight and long-term planning. Her vision for the brand's future involves diversification and expansion into new markets, ensuring that the Trump name continues to be synonymous with luxury and success. Ivanka's next chapter may involve a return to New York. Although Ivanka and her family have settled in Florida, there's speculation that they may eventually return to New York City. The Big Apple has always been a central part of Ivanka's life, both personally and professionally, and it's where she made a name for herself as a successful businesswoman before entering politics. A return to New York could signal a new phase in Ivanka's career, possibly involving new business ventures or philanthropic endeavors. The city's dynamic energy and global influence would provide the perfect backdrop for Ivanka to re-establish herself in the public eye, while also allowing her to reconnect with her roots. Ivanka's role as a mother is central to her identity. Beyond her business and political activities, Ivanka is first and foremost a mother. She has often spoken about the importance of family, and her children are a constant source of joy and inspiration for her. Balancing the demands of motherhood with her other responsibilities has been a challenge, but Ivanka has always made it a priority to be present for her children. Whether it's taking them to school, attending their events, or simply spending quality time at home, Ivanka's role as a mother is a core part of who she is. Her children's upbringing reflects her values, and she's committed to providing them with the same opportunities and support that she received from her own parents. Ivanka's evolving legacy is a story still being written. As Ivanka Trump continues to navigate the complexities of her life, her legacy is far from settled. While she's already achieved more than many could dream of, there's a sense that her greatest accomplishments may still be ahead of her. Whether she decides to return to the public sphere, focus on her family, or explore new business opportunities, Ivanka's journey is one of constant evolution. The world will be watching to see where she goes next. And whatever path she chooses, it's likely to be one that leaves a lasting impact. So, what do you think? Will Ivanka Trump return to the spotlight in a big way, or will she continue to keep her life under wraps? Let us know in the comments below.